Why does my photo framing compete with the subject? Imagine walking into a room and noticing a beautiful painting, but your eyes are drawn to a busy wallpaper behind it. That's what happens when your photo framing competes with your subject. When the elements used to create a frame around your main focus are too bold or detailed, they can steal attention away from the subject instead of guiding the viewers toward it. This often happens when the framing elements have strong colors, high contrast, or intricate patterns that are just as eye-catching as the subject itself. In photography, framing is a technique where you use objects like windows, doorways, tree branches, or architectural features to surround your subject. The goal is to add depth and context, helping the viewers naturally move toward the main point of interest. But if these framing elements are too dominant or visually complex, they can become competing focal points. For example, a frame with bright colors or sharp lines might pull attention away from a person standing inside it. One reason framing can compete with your subject is visual weight. If the frame has more contrast or brighter colors than the subject, it will attract more attention. To fix this, you want your subject to stand out more by adjusting lighting or focus. Using a shallow depth of field to blur the framing elements while keeping the subject sharp helps separate the two. When both the frame and subject are equally sharp, the viewers might get confused about where to look first. Size and placement matter too. If the framing elements take up most of the image or are placed directly in the center, they can overpower the subject. Position your subject according to composition rules like the rule of thirds or the golden ratio. This helps balance the image and guides the viewers smoothly toward the main focus. Lighting plays a role as well. If the frame is lit as brightly as or brighter than the subject, it can pull attention away. Properly lighting your subject with more contrast or brighter illumination makes it pop. Cluttered or busy frames can also distract viewers. Keep the framing simple or subtle to maintain focus on your main subject. To avoid framing competing with your subject, choose natural or man-made frames that are less visually dominant. Adjust your camera settings to blur the frame slightly, keeping your subject in sharp focus. Reposition your subject within the frame to follow composition rules and manage lighting to highlight your subject more. Cropping can also help remove distracting elements. Remember, the best frames support and emphasize your subject. They create a visual path that leads the viewers directly to what you want to showcase. Balancing contrast, focus, lighting, and placement makes sure your framing enhances your photo rather than competing with it.